Today I want to show everybody something that I believe could change how we do things in the near future. And that, of course, is ChatGPT. So sorry I'm a little late on it. I wanted to play with it for a little bit before I made a video on it. But this thing is amazing, and if you have not had a chance to try it, I would strongly suggest it. So what is ChatGPT? So ChatGPT is built off of GPT 3.5, and it's meant to give you back answers in a way humans can read it in English. So I have their main page pulled up here. Again, ChatGPT is an OpenAI product. Kind of gives you a little example of some of the things you can do. The nice thing also is that it'll remember what you're talking about. So, and I'll show you that here when I actually go through the product. But you can ask questions upon questions about the same topic without it being too confused. So this is kind of how it works. Collects demonstration data and train a supervised policy, collect comparison data and train a reward model, and then optimize a policy against a reward model using PPO reinforcement learning algorithm. So this thing is, like I said, it is wow. So let's jump right into it. So here it is. You can sign up right now, whether you have an OpenAI account or not. Just create one, and then you get brought to something that looks like this. Now, they have had some issues lately with high demand, so just be warned that you might not get in right away. But if we take a look at this, let's do something simple. I want to know, how old is Joe Biden? Let's just do something real simple like that. So it comes back, as of January 15th, 2023, Joe Biden is 78 years old. He was born on November 20th, 1942. So that's pretty amazing, but now watch this. How tall is he? Oh, and I put her. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that again. But it does show just how good it is because, I asked about Joe Biden. I'm like, how tall is her? And it comes back saying, I don't know who you're talking about. So let's try this again. Joe Biden is reported to be around 6 feet tall. So this is just one of the many things you can do. One of the things that really surprises me is I can go, say I want to create a website that acts as a notepad. And then what it's going to do is it's going to come back to you and actually tell you how you could create a website like that, which is pretty amazing. And I'll show you here soon how we are going to do the coding for such thing, because it can also do that as well, which is amazing. And like I said, sometimes it does take a little bit while for it to think through. Let's say, can you give me a code template? Let's see what this takes. Let's see what we get. So pretty much it's just kind of telling us a little bit of info. And then there we go. There's going to start us out with HTML right away. And the biggest picture with ChatGPT that I find is, say you're sitting at work, whether you work in IT or whatever you do, and you need a script for something. You can literally ask it to build you a script, and it will. Of course, it's not perfect all the time, but it is some place where you can get started. And there was actually a cool YouTube video I just watched the other day where a guy actually created a website, an entire website based on what ChatGPT said or told him to create. And it actually turned out really well. It was a job board for IT professionals, and he's like, he wanted it centered. He's like, could we center text so and so? And it would give him out code that tells him the text. Now I'll leave his channel down in the description. So if you guys want to take a look at it. But this is just, we have a basic understanding and template of what a Notepad web application would look like. And it's just, it is quite amazing to me just how much it can do. Another cool thing it can do is also, if you have code, you can put your own code into there, and it will it'll look through it and see if there's any issues. It'll also look for security issues within the code. Say you have like a SQL injection, it'll look for that, and it'll tell you exactly what you should fix and move on from there, which is just truly amazing to me. And just the amount of stuff you can do with this app. Of course, there is certain things you can't ask it, and OpenAI has actually been pretty good at putting a pretty strict content policy on it. So, you can't ask for future items, set lottery numbers or anything like that. Usually people's names, they'll leave it out celebrity-wise or anything like that. But let's open a new chat here. And one of the cool things is, so I can do like explain gravity, if I can spell it correctly. And let's just do this. Explain gravity to a 10-year-old. And then it explains what gravity is like you were a 10-year-old. Or to someone that is a 10-year-old. So, what we could do now is, let's do explain gravity to a PhD student. So then it goes much more into detail of what gravity is, based on the way that, the reader is really what it comes down to. Yeah, I mean, you can do this for IQ. If you want someone to explain gravity to someone that has an IQ of 50, you can, or 200 plus. It's simply quite amazing. And like I said, I would strongly suggest, if you have not had a chance, get on here, play around with it. Of course, watch the content policy. But, it's not going to be free forever. This is just a free research preview. They're still working on trying to figure out how they want to get paid for and stuff like that. But that does kind of lead, that's some of the things I wanted to show you with ChatGPT. And I may do, if this video does really well, I may do another video a little bit more in depth of what it can do and all the power it has. But one other thing I wanted to talk about was GPT-4, that which right now timeline is still up in the air, but I think it's important to start talking about, because GPT-3 has been out for a little while now. So, we're getting close to that time where where GPT-4 should be coming out as well. That, of course, would improve then ChatGPT. But this is, and I'll put this link down in the description. Just kind of talks about the OpenAI's CEO. There's really not a full timeline for GPT-4 yet, but they are planning on going a little slower and not releasing everything so quickly, so they can do the proper testing. Like I said, with ChatGPT, they've done a great job with the testing wise, but there's still, it still will give you wrong information here and there. It'll still print out things it shouldn't. Just keep in mind it learned from billions of parameters, and I'll actually show that next. That every parameter can be good it can be good or bad, etc. But that does lead me into, this is a cool graph image that I came across with the other day. So GPT-3 and ChatGPT had a learning model of 175 billion parameters. Rumored, GPT-4 will have a learning size, or data set size, of 100 trillion parameters. So if we think GPT-3 right now is amazing, can you imagine what GPT-4 is going to be? And there's been a lot of talk on the internet about people that have supposedly been able to work with GPT-4, and they said it's going to blow everybody out of the water. It's just amazing. So just be prepared for that. Do a little research, watch for it, and I'll of course create more videos if we know or come up with anything else on GPT-4. But I think this is definitely going to change the world that we live in. Don't know if it's for the good or for the worse yet, but we'll all have to live it together and see how it goes. But let me know if you like this video down in the comments, or if you guys, it's open discussion down there. So let me know what you think of ChatGPT. Let me know if you found anything cool with it while you're down there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.